Today's goal is to bring my meal planner to life. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kira if you are new, and today we're talking what's for dinner, a virtual meal planner, if you will. I know how much of you tell me in the comments that you love my meal plans, or you love that I share my meal planner because it helps you get inspiration for cooking meals at home. But without what's for dinner clips, I don't get an option to share with you what the final product looks like. I know a lot of you like the what's for dinners where you show step by step how you're cooking, but most of these things that I'm making, I've already cooked in the past before and shared a video. So I'm not really one for making those repetitive cooking videos where each week I'm sharing with you guys something I've already put together. If I have a video for it, I will link it up above or in the description box. Or if it's a recipe that I've just cooked off of Pinterest, I can link that for you too. But otherwise, these are just food photography pictures that I enjoy taking, and it allows me to bring the meal planner that I share with you weekly to life. Now, our first meal that we're starting off with is my lasagna. Now, I actually don't prepare the lasagna. Paul is the one who absolutely loves to prepare lasagna. So anytime that we make it, he's usually the one who jumps on board. But I always kind of feel like it's a team effort because it's me who makes the pasta sauce. So I do have a video for me doing a whole walkthrough on how I make my meat sauce, but we don't have a video for lasagna. So I'm actually making a note right now as I'm voicing this over that that's a video I can share if you guys want to see in the future how we make our lasagna. But I feel like together, him and I are like the best combination when it comes to pulling lasagna together because it's my meat sauce and then his flavorful filling and like the way he layers it, and together we get an amazing lasagna. This is the first time that I think all of the lasagna went and we didn't freeze a piece. This batch came out so delicious. And I just made a salad on the side. I did very simple, just a little bit of the lemon poppy seed dressing from Target, and then a little bit of crumbled blue cheese, some cucumber, and some heirloom tomatoes. And then I was loving that Italian bread. You guys are gonna see how these what's for dinner clips change as I started like doing my health food journey, but I was loving that Italian bread that we've been getting from Walmart, warm with a little bit of butter. It was like the perfect side to the salad and the lasagna. But I'll link the meat sauce, and I've made a note to share with you guys the lasagna. Next up is tacos, you guys. Simple Taco Tuesday. No recipe for that, but Mason is all about Taco Tuesdays. I try to do something Tex-Mex on a Tuesday, like a quesadilla or an enchilada or a taco bake or something, but my child is just all about soft shell tacos, and he will eat like 4 of them. I don't know where he puts them, but on this night I did 2 hard shell tacos with just a little bit of ground beef. I did some shredded lettuce and some chopped up tomato, a little bit of sour cream, and then I make that yellow Mahatma rice. This stuff is incredible, you guys. It's like 79 cents for a small package, so I do need 2 packages to feed my family, but it's 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 2.5 cups of water, and then you put it in the microwave for 3 minutes on high and then 17 minutes on half power. So in 20 minutes, you have this yummy, delicious, flavorful rice that comes out of the microwave. Like, who would have stinking known? Like, it is just so delicious, and it really is a perfect side dish to anything Tex-Mex that we do. So this was just one of our Taco Tuesday nights. Another night that I feel like is pretty standard in my what's for dinner videos, because it's pretty standard in this house for at least once a month, we do some kind of Chinese takeout night at home. We absolutely love Chinese food in this house, but as a family of 5, if we go there, and then Paul's here too, so we're really a family of 6, when we go there, it is pretty incredible how expensive that it is. You know, $8 a plate plus tax. You get anything else, soup, cook anything. And then next thing you know, it's $60, $70 to go out for Chinese food. Well, I usually get the Mandarin orange chicken that you see at the bottom of the plate from Trader Joe's. It's $5 a bag. And then I get the egg rolls from Walmart. I'll get broccoli from anywhere. And then I do have a video on how I make my pork fried rice, which I make at home as well. We had leftover duck sauce from when we've purchased Chinese food in the past, but it is just so easy to make it at home, and it makes you feel like you're getting that high-end Chinese takeout night without that big bill. Like I said, I love the chicken from Trader Joe's. The egg rolls from Walmart are amazing, and I will link that video for how to make my pork fried rice. This was a French onion chicken, which I also have a video for, so I'll link it either up above or in the description box. But you guys, this is super, super, super easy to make. And I think the best part about the French onion chicken is that it's quick, because you chop the chicken into cubes when you go to prepare it. So I feel like sometimes if you do like big filet cutlets or something, like when we do chicken marsala, it takes a little bit longer to cook through that big piece of chicken. But when you cube it, it cooks a heck of a lot faster. And this literally tastes like French onion soup, but chicken. Well, it's like French onion soup gravy over chicken. And we always like to serve it over mashed potatoes. So there's a bed of mashed potatoes underneath with a side of the sweet corn that I get from Trader Joe's. And then again, another piece of bread with butter. As I'm like watching this, I'm really seeing the patterns of like unhealthiness, and I feel really good that I'm making a bunch of transitions. My little kids, not that I want to create bad habits for them, but they're constantly on the go. They don't have like an inch of fat on them. But for me right now, that was just a little too heavy to eat. So now I'm starting to transition into just eating a little bit lighter. And so this was a night that I made Alfredo, and I literally measured out my portion cup. This is a small Ray Dunn bowl. I measured out 1 cup of cooked pasta with a little bit of the Alfredo sauce. I sprinkled a little bit of fresh parsley on top. And then I had a salad you can see in the back, but I already had started eating the salad. And then I realized I hadn't taken a picture. So I went ahead and took a picture quickly before I finished my salad. But this was a super, super, super easy meal. I have an entire recipe video on how I make my Alfredo also, so I can go ahead and link that for you. And I actually see some chicken in there. I think I made chicken Alfredo, which does certainly help when you're eating carbs or fatty foods, to make sure to incorporate some protein in there. So I do see some chicken in there as well. But that was like my last hurrah night. And now we're starting to get into where I started transitioning into a more healthier, no carbs kind of, well, no, but you'll see. Anyways, so on this particular night, I made scalloped potatoes. You can see them off in the back, but they're not on my plate. It's one of those box scalloped potatoes, so it's nothing spectacular. 2 boxes, follow the directions, and in the oven. And then that's rainbow cauliflower. And then this is a recipe that I think I'm going to share with you. I do have a turkey meatloaf recipe that I can share with you. So I'll link that video again, either up above or down below. I've already shared my turkey meatloaf, but then everyone in my family lately has been obsessed with barbecue sauce. And so I put a layer of that Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on the top of the turkey meatloaf, and then I sprinkled it with cheddar cheese. It was just so, so good. And we all love the sugar-free barbecue sauce too, so I think I can get away with that next time and make it even healthier. But I just had 2 pieces of the meatloaf and then some of that rainbow cauliflower, and everybody else ate the scalloped potatoes. Actually, only the guys did. The little kids, for some reason, did not like the scalloped potatoes. Here's another night where I pretty much just ate the protein and veggie side, and I left the carbs out for everybody else. And so this is my Parmesan orzo. Again, I have an entire cooking video for this. It's one of the easiest side dishes to make. It's almost like you put a lot of fresh onion and garlic into an Alfredo with fresh parsley. I mean, that's essentially what it is, but then you like fold it into cooked orzo that you cook in chicken broth. So it's just very, very flavorful and a very different kind of side dish. I really enjoy it, but I'm sure it's not good for me. And so everybody else had that. That never goes to waste. Jake just eats a bowl of that like pasta. It's absolutely crazy. But I just stuck, like I said, to protein and veggies. So I had bought a big package of chicken legs. I cooked them in the oven with some seasoning. And then once they were cooked through, we just threw them on the barbecue. And then I also had some of that apple chicken sausage from Trader Joe's. So I had 2 of those, 2 chicken legs. And then that's the Mexican street corn from Trader Joe's as well. That was a little bit high in carbs, but it was kind of a decent trade-off, I guess, because I didn't have anything else. So this was the following week, and I did do a Tex-Mex night on Tuesday. Talked Mason into allowing me to do quesadillas. And so I did quesadillas, and although I do buy the Mission low-carb quesadillas, they're still just not low-carb enough. And so I just did what the little bit of Mexican street corn that was left over from the night before, and then the chicken that we were using for the quesadillas. And we actually had a bunch of those chicken legs left over. So that's the chicken that we use for the quesadillas. Like, I don't waste food, you guys. If we have leftover chicken, we're going to turn it into something. So I turned the leftover chicken legs into the chicken quesadillas. Well, once I was done cooking quesadillas for everybody else, I took the leftover chicken, I took the leftover Mexican street corn, and I sauteed that in a pan with a little bit of onion, like cooked inside. And then I melted some of that Taco Bell ranch cheese over the top. And then I did raw onion with sour cream and tomato. Very, minimal carbs, just pretty much the corn, a little bit on the sour cream. But otherwise, that was way healthier than eating a quesadilla. And I really, really enjoyed it because I love any kind of taco bowl. I was missing a little bit of the crunch factor from the chips, but that's okay. I let it go. On this day, though, I did eat a Monte Cristo. I was trying to avoid not having that, but I am struggling a little bit, you guys, with working and then knowing what to pack for myself quickly. I've just been on the go lately and not had time while managing everything to meal prep for myself. So then when it comes to eating, I know that I have to eat, but then I feel like sometimes I'm making bad choices. So this is what everybody else ate. I just took one of these Monte Cristos to work, and I had half during lunch and the other half during dinner. This way I felt like I could have balanced it out. If you guys don't know, a Monte Cristo is French toast bread, and then you used bread that you made French toast with, and you make a grilled cheese with cheese, ham, and turkey. So my family loves it. Again, I have a whole cooking video to share with you guys how I make the Monte Cristo. So I make French toast first with you guys, and then we assemble the Monte Cristo. So I have that, and then my husband is so amazing at making the fresh fries, like the kind that you get like Five Guys or something. So he put that together with the Monte Cristos. That's what they ate, but I just, like I said, I just had the Monte Cristo that I split between work shifts. This is something, though, again, that I did cheat, again, with carbs, trying to figure out how to eat at work. But one Friday night while I was working, Paul made chicken marsala. I did not eat that because he made spaghetti, and the chicken is fried in oil, and then you put that over the spaghetti. So I really didn't want to make that. I do have an entire cooking video on how we make our chicken marsala, so I will link that for you guys. But we had some dough in the freezer from Trader Joe's, and I said, yes, please. I'm going to turn the leftovers into chicken marsala pizza because that's literally my favorite pie. I don't like pizza, you guys. I hate pizza. I'm just not a huge red sauce person, and so like pizza's kind of lame to me. If we could do something fancy or a specialty pie, I'm more into it. And there's a pizzeria at home that I absolutely love called Albert's. If you guys are from Long Island, then you know. And I absolutely love Albert's, and they make a chicken marsala pie that is amazing. So that's what we had. All I did was put the chicken marsala sauce on top of the pizza. So if you watch the video, you can go ahead and assemble that as well. Speaking of something I have a cooking video for, I feel like that's my phrase on repeat for this one, but this is my Mississippi chicken with a twist. So I've made this a ton of times. I feel like this is another staple in my What's for Dinner videos, but I have, like I said, a video for it. It's a very low budget meal. That was the whole point of the video, was a $10 challenge. But when I was pulling this together, I realized I did not have pepperoncinis, which is an important element in this. So I had to substitute a few different things. I actually shared it on my Instagram. If you guys follow me, then you would have seen that I put this in the crock pot and I didn't know what to do. So I splashed like a little bit of vinegar in there, I splashed pickle juice to get a little bit of the like brine that you would get from the pepperoncinis. I put a little dash of buffalo sauce just to get a little bit of like the heat that you would get from the pepperoncinis. They said it tasted different, but they still absolutely loved it. So go ahead and watch that video if you want to give that a try. And we serve that over a bed of mashed potatoes with gravy. This was another taco night, but we did chicken shredded tacos. Again, I always have to do some kind of taco-ish thing on a Tuesday. So being that we had quesadillas the week before, I had to compromise with Mason and go back to tacos. But I said, hey, we did beef last time, so we're going to do shredded chicken this time. He was totally okay with that. And I did this twice on repeat, you guys. 2 nights for dinner in a row because shredded chicken is just amazing protein. That's it. I put it in the crock pot and I let it cook all day with chicken broth. That is literally it. So it fell apart and I kept eating it for nights in a row. I would just put it on the plate, melt a little cheese on top, lettuce, tomato, sour cream. It was fairly low carb and it was delicious and very filling, and it would feel good to eat that after I would go do a workout video or go and run. I've been jogging to the mailbox and it's a 1/4 mile to the mailbox and back. And then now I found a longer way. So I've been, utilizing that. So this was something totally awesome and full of protein to eat. And it's really easy to do shredded chicken tacos, you guys. So keep that in mind. This is something I got a cooking video for. I've done it for you guys in the past. This is one of the oven freezer meals. I did a collab with Vanessa from Lemonade Mom, and we did a whole bunch of freezer meals. And this is one of the ones I did for the oven. So if you want to look, if you are in the mindset for a few freezer meals, I'll link my meal prep playlist so you guys can go ahead and check all of that stuff out. But this is the orange marmalade pork chops, and I used the mimosa jam that Vanessa got for me, I think at Fredericksburg, and it was fantastic. Better than any orange marmalade to couple. It makes like this gravy. Do you see the plate, you guys? It's like filled with that orange marmalade sauce. You can see all the orange rind on top of that pork chop. It was so delicious. That in the background is the risotto packets that I got from Aldi. They were okay. I wanted them to be better than they were, but they were like, eh. And then that is cream corn. Now this was Daryl's plate. He was like just about to start mixing everything together. And I was like, wait. I'm not eating this. Let me get a picture. This was just a little too sweet for me if I'm trying to watch carbs. Something draped in, orange jam like that and risotto and cream corn out of a can are not the best for me, but I did taste the glaze while I was cooking and it really, really was fantastic. And all I did was cover the pork chops and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce and that glaze, and then bake it in the oven with the risotto and the cream corn. Very simple and super, super delicious. Okay, burgers and fries, you guys. Pretty simple and easy. My kids really, really love Five Guys, especially since Daryl worked there for quite a large amount of time. So my kids got used to the fries, they got used to the burgers, and so when we do any kind of cheeseburger and night, we always couple it with the fries that are from Five Guys, and we always make handmade ground beef patties. I usually don't buy burger patties or anything because Paul worked at Five Guys, Daryl worked at Five Guys for years. So between the both of them, somebody knows how to recreate us a meal. So that's what we did, but we put Chick-fil-A sauce on the side. So Five Guys with Chick-fil-A sauce is what we had for dinner one night, but that's one of those things that's like super easy. That's one of the nights like when you're raining and you plan a barbecue, but you could still grill the burgers on a flat top inside. Super easy, you guys. Burgers and fries. You can't beat that. From this night, we decided to do a baked ziti. I have a cooking video for it, you guys, so I can go ahead and link that baked ziti for you guys, the recipe video up above. But that's what we had this night. Paul actually made this while I was away, and this was Jake's plate. Look at my kid. He loves himself some tomatoes and cucumbers. He took a nice fancy plate, and then he texted to me knowing that I needed my What's for Dinner clips, and I wasn't going to be home, nor would I eat right now on my health journey a big old plate of baked ziti. But You will see in the video how fattening this is, but how super, super delicious it is. And again, any kind of pasta dish, if you're going in with the right kind of sauce, is just key. And my meat sauce is killer for any kind of recipe like this. And I made a fresh pot of sauce on Thursday. That's why he wanted to do something like the baked ziti. And this time we switched it up. Usually I use ground beef and pork, like pork sausage meat inside of my sauce. But this time we used prosciutto, we used pepperoni, we used soupasade, and still a little bit of pork, but it was a completely different flavor and it was out of this world. So they really enjoyed the baked ziti, and Jake really enjoys the cucumbers and tomatoes, and I'm sure he slathered it in ranch after he sent this pic to me. I'm leaving off with one of the last pics is when we landed in New York. Vanessa and I, my girlfriend Bonnie, picked us up and we went out to a Mexican place called Willie's Margarita Cafe. It's tradition for Vanessa and I whenever we go away to go out for margaritas. And so you guys, we had the most incredible time. The food was some of the best Mexican food I've ever had, which I find crazy that I left Texas to go there. But this is a chorizo queso. It came like in this little hot pan. It was good, but it wasn't like as ooey gooey as I wanted it to be. But this, you guys, fresh homemade chips. The sauce is kind of off to the side. You can't really see it because I wanted you guys to get a real vision for that guacamole. And I know it's kind of hard to see. I tried to alter the colors of the photos as much as I could, but it was really dark inside of the restaurant. But that is guacamole that they made table side. Okay, they asked you if you wanted it like mild, medium, or hot. We chose medium, and they make it like on a cart right there. They just make it, and it's just, it was literally some of the best guacamole I have ever had. And their salsa was very like smoky and delicious. It was really, really yummy. I truly, truly enjoyed it. And then for dinner, all I could smell was steak. As soon as I walked in there, steak, steak, steak. And I was like, okay, it's probably the healthier option for me to do like some kind of fajitas. I'm not really one for like chicken fajitas, so I went with the steak. Thank you to Bonnie and Vanessa for using your flashlights on your phone so I can get a more lighted picture than I did of our appetizers. But I just did the plain old steak fajitas. It did come with all of that other stuff. I only ate the pico de gallo, the guacamole, the sour cream, and the refried beans. I did not eat the rice because I did not want the carbs. Even the beans probably wasn't the greatest idea. I didn't finish them, but I scooped the beans into my sour cream, into the pico, and into the guac, and then onto the steak, and then into my mouth. And it really was, you guys, we got churros. I had a margarita. It was a really good time, and I'm so glad I gained no weight on vacation. Lastly, I am leaving off with the meal that I am eating for dinner tonight. Yes, tonight, the night that you guys are seeing this. But Paul also made grilled chicken while I was gone, and I just went ahead and put it on a salad. Actually brought it with me to work and didn't have time to eat it for lunch. So when I came home, I ate a few leftover burger patties that we had, like just the protein burger patty. That's all that I had for lunch, and then this is what I went ahead and I'm going to eat for dinner. And it's just, like I said, a piece of grilled chicken cut up over some spinach, cucumbers, tomato. There's a little bit of cheese in there. That's a thing of balsamic vinaigrette that I brought home from work that I absolutely love, that I wanted to put on my salad, and that was it. So a salad with chicken was my healthy option for tonight, and everybody else is going to eat fried chicken and french fries, which mom is not having. I've been really proud of myself, you guys. I definitely feel like I am on my way to a good health journey. I think I'm almost down 10 pounds and I'm through this 2 weeks. Now, that's kind of not the healthiest. You really should only be losing a couple of pounds a week, but you always lose that initial like chunk of weight in the beginning because you're incorporating things like, for me, it's water. That's a big deal for me. I'm not really eating carbs and sugar. I'm back to work, so I'm running around all the time, and I'm forcing myself to exercise at least 20 minutes a day, even if that means running around the house. You guys, literally, I ran around the house. Like, I opened the gates and I just did laps around the house as fast as I could until I hit my goal, because I didn't want to go to bed without hitting those numbers. So by doing that, all those little changes have been astronomical for me, and I hope that I continue to see changes. but I'll continue to share these what's for dinner videos as much as I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Make sure to check those iCards up above in the description box for a ton of videos and recipes for you guys to refer to the things that you saw today. I love you guys so, so much. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, you guys.